Tapping Radio.
I came from a place where nobody had it easy. Shit, we always living hard. Depending on where you rap, you know they gon' come and check, make sure you are who you are. Yeah. And they may say they by your side, but deep down inside, they don't want you on far. Especially if you gon' do that shit without them. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be without this. What up?
I've been in riots where we left the whole floor red. Moving like a pig, we gon' turn you into boar's head. Lacking in my town, I get you staples in your forehead. I had local fiends, then I started getting shortbread. We couldn't afford action figures, we ain't had father figures. We made thousands old folks, they never bother niggas. We tryna take over your trap like some squatter niggas. Go ahead, run for sport, I try to hit the fathers nigga. Throwing big C's up, swing, I get you teed up. Niggas don't share your vision, they gon' act as if your dreams suck. I come from a place where we could get your whole team clutched. Not beefing over bitches, everybody on my team fuck. I struggle with connections, we finna get the things in. I made it, you missed, we both shooting at the same rim. I read up 3 times, you still sitting on that same 10. Feds might come snatch me, it said I got a cane pin.
I came from a place where nobody had it easy. Shit, we always living hard. Depending on where you rap, you know they gon' come and check, make sure you are who you are. Yeah. They may say they by your side, but deep down inside, they don't want you going far. Especially if you gon' do that shit without them. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be without this. Like one time I almost lost it, then I found it. Walk around with that 40 like it's my outfit. Always think of my daughter when I be out here. Cause I know this thing called life never lasts long. I know I made that promise, no matter what, I make it back home. I love my brother T, I swear he like my backbone. Thuggin' in Roselle since he was living in that back room. Pain had to laugh through it. In the truck, picking up that dust like a vacuum. I believe in karma, so just save drama. Gotta understand it with my baby mama. She ain't understand it, she just see me running. But now she see it and our baby love it. And that's all I came from a place, nobody had it easy. Shit, we always living hard. Cheers. Depending on where you rap, you know they gon' come and check, make sure you are who you are. Yeah. Where you from? They may say they by your side, but deep down inside, they don't want you going far. Especially if you gon' do that shit without them.
Without them.
Honestly, I don't know where I'd be without this.
Trap blues. MLB. Crush, what up, nigga? Yeah. B. Smith.
Yo, what's up, man? This is Deeper Than Comedy with my boy. Yeah, you got the mic. My boy. Yeah. Wow. My boy Reese in the building, man.
We gotta go back to break.
Say something, man. Talk. 1, 2.
Mic check, mic. Yeah, I'm on. Mic check. Mic check.
There you go.
Yeah, what?
Yo, speak up, ready?
Testing 1, 2.
You can move it in front of you if you want. Yeah, man. Come on, man. You should be used to this, ready? Come on, bro. Come on.
I ain't know I was on yet.
Oh man, yo, what's up, man? It's Deeper Than Comedy, man. Tapping Radio.
Yes.
Each and every Tuesday, 8 to 10. Shout out to TNT. Hey, man, you here next week, TNT? Because I got a real wild guest coming next week. You know what I got coming in? Could you guess, Reese? Guess who hit me today?
Who hit you?
Take a guess. Who you been trying to get on?
Oh, yeah?
Shorty hit me.
Oh, man.
She inbox called me.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, I'm tired of them. Anyway.
Okay.
That's another story. Hey, we got Richard Wyatt. I gotta say your name. I can't. I mean, we got. What's up? What's going on, Riddy?
Nah, man, all is well, as you know. Working this campaign trail, beating up the streets of Plainfield, knocking on these doors, trying to get this vote.
For those who don't know, the vote for what?
Running for mayor for the city of Plainfield.
Okay.
Yep.
How important is that to you?
It's real important, man. So, born and raised in the city of Plainfield. Am I too loud?
Nah,
you
go ahead.
perfect.
Come
You
on,
perfect.
man. You never too loud.
Come on, you
man.
about to be the voice of
We
the
here
city.
to
You talking about
appreciate
you too
you,
loud.
bro.
You ain't loud enough. You about to be the voice
Yeah.
of the city.
Yeah, nah, born and raised in the city of Plainfield. Only left when I went to Morgan State University, graduated from Delaware State University, came back to Plainfield, worked for City Hall, tax assessor's office for the past 10 years. Been real active in the community. I'm also a Q, a Mason, Salvation Army Board. I'm elected official now as a board member. But, our people need guidance. And I started a nonprofit, Gentlemen Making Changes, the Swag Academy. That's what we talked about last time. Bill.
Yeah,
And
that was years ago too.
yeah, so we started that, and it's for the young men to expose them to different things. So growing up, me and all my friends knew we wanted to be successful, but we didn't know what we wanted to do. And it was because of a lack of exposure to different careers. So we found it, not robbery. We felt obligated to come back and change the city. So as I became elected official, and I started realizing that you need to be at the top to really make change and make a difference in the city. So it's real important for me to run for mayor.
So, can you explain to me what growing up in Plainfield was for you, like a kid, and then we're gonna kind of transition from your upbringing to, I guess, this generation's upbringing, what the differences is, and what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay, all right, that's a good one. Yeah, so for me, growing up as a kid, we had a lot of activities in the city of Plainfield. So whether you was doing sports, any extracurricular activities, there was a lane for you. And growing up back then as well, how the 90s was in Plainfield, it was the other extracurricular activities that, that was kind of negative. So we had programs for everybody to get involved in. So fast forward to today, it's nothing for the youth to do. So we see them, gravitating to more of the negative lanes and the negative energy, and it's just because we don't have things for them to do right now.
Things for them to do now. What is it for them to do now? I mean, because everything is internet now.
Yeah.
So
school.
outside of, just everything they do is what video games, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. What is it to do besides just that phone in their hand?
So we gotta find stuff. So even with the phone in their hand, so I believe in meeting them where they at. So if they on TikTok, they on YouTube, you need to find a way to monetize that stuff.
Right.
And so people need to get behind them and support them and say, hey, you on the consumer end of this all day, playing this game, doing this on TikTok, doing these dance videos, but how can you monetize that? And how can you grow a business and make money for your family, or really start a tech company, things of that nature. So we know the gaming is real big right now.
Super.
We need our youth to get into that. So
They're more into watching them game than gaming.
So let me ask you this. So we gonna claim it. You the mayor right now. We gonna claim that. All right,
First of all, when is this happen? When is this?
June 8th is the election. June 8th.
2021.
And for the people that don't know, how can you vote? But it due to COVID protocols, like how can you vote for?
Yeah, so the governor lifted it, so now you can vote in person. So it will be in person voting. You can do the mail by vote as well, but we're encouraging people to come out and actually vote. It's not like Georgia where it's going to be a 2-hour wait. You pull up, go in, and take you 10 minutes to come in and vote.
And where will this be? Where can I vote? At the high school?
Yeah, so it depends on where you live at. So they have several districts, but it's one of the schools. So depending on where you live at, it's sectioned off. So the high school is for the people that live in that area. You got Cook School for the people that live on the East End. In that area, you got Emerson. So all the
Emerson,
schools.
yeah, that's where we vote at Emerson because I live right there. Right.
Okay. So my question to you is this right here, right? Because as you know, in Plainfield is a lot of these kids are very talented. They just don't have the outlet to be able to, display their talent. So I've heard things like a youth center being thrown around a lot for the people. Now,
Years.
maybe with the funding, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? With the funding, maybe that might be an obstacle. But as far as like the kids with the musical thing, like as the mayor, I guess I'm asking you, like, if you become the mayor, is there a case that we could start turning some of these extracurricular activities into useful things? Like you sending us home with a flute. I ain't never heard nobody play no flute before. You know what I'm saying? So why we can't get the laptops and hook up Pro Tools in there? Get the kids the opportunity to go in there and make music. Those are things that, I'm asking you as the mayor, is that something that you would look into doing for the kids if that was presented to you?
Doing a little more than just looking into it. So that's actually the number one thing on my platform and priority is having a cultural arts community center that has career training as well. So I just talked about meeting the kids where they at. So I know a lot of people are interested in musical, but they just don't have the support or don't know how to get into it. So what I envision, and you said it's obstacles. We always remember obstacles. Whether it's funding, every obstacle creates an opportunity. So people like to use that as an excuse, like, oh, we would like to do that, but we can't get the funding. You can get the funding for it. So even on my just running for a mayor, meeting people who are professional athletes who have get to the bag, saying, hey, you know what we want to do? We want to donate. They're going to write it off anyway. But for them, it's giving back to the community. So one of those people that we've been in constant contact with is Eugene Monroe from City of Plainfield. You know, went to the NFL, would love to give back, but he's just one person. So it's been several people. And for me, that's the number one priority. That's what we need. So,
Gotcha. And part two to this is since we on the school, what about the transportation for the school? Because I went to Plainfield High, and I'm not gonna lie to you, on them cold mornings, there's no there's no school bus that's take these kids from. They ride public transportation. It was a lot of times when it was cold and I ain't go to school because it was too cold. It wasn't like getting to school is the obstacle for a lot of these kids. If you miss, you know what I'm saying? If you miss the 8:19 or whatever it is that's going your way, you gotta walk. If your mom don't got no money, I've seen people selling their bus tickets because they was trying to get lunch, so they had to walk. So my question is how come that do you believe? Well, let me rephrase that question. How can we work on getting the kids to school like better than what they do now? Just giving them bus tickets and putting them on public transportation. They going off of a schedule. They should be able to, like, you know what I mean? There's neighborhoods. There should be a bus, whether it's one or two, that come to these schools, the 3rd Street, the Projects, 6th Street, and pick these kids up and bring them to school. How come you think there hasn't been that done yet?
So I serve on a board now, and I got to make this disclosure. I'm speaking as a citizen and not a board member.
Yeah, okay.
I'll make it again too. But so we put a policy in place that if you live within 2 miles, outside of 2 miles, and you get transportation. So for me, it's like, okay, 2 miles is a lot for a 2nd grader to be walking to school, a 3rd grader to be walking to school. Then we talk about the weather conditions. But that's something that we've been working on doing. And, you know, thanks to Emmerker and Porterfield, that's one of the bus companies in Plainfield who do our routes. So they've been picking up the kids actually over the last couple of years. But that's definitely something that we need to work on. But then on the flip side, the other hand is, Bill, you notice I went to Africa, 2017, and I watched kids walk 6 miles to school and walk back 6 miles after school. So, you know, for me, it's kind of like, are we being soft now as a people?
Yo, when I was coming up, we walked to school. Far. Yeah. I mean, if I lived on the East End or whatever, I walked to Hubbard, bro.
See,
from Franklin, please.
The only thing that I could
But
say,
that was teenager though. But,
like, yeah, I get that. Like, you know, you can walk, give or take.
Right.
But it's like, I feel like, yeah, cool. But then it's like, if we gonna do that, then because we follow, like with the uniforms. You know what I mean? That's a major thing. Most people don't have the money to continuously buy a bunch of these uniforms and wash them consistently.
Nah, but I think that I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but sometimes the kids that leave out, when they leave the uniforms for the next students to come in.
Yeah.
Like, so let's say some graduate from high school, right? Those uniforms they give back to the school. I don't know. I've heard of it, but I don't know if I know that when my daughter's charter school is the same way. Like, it'll be uniforms in there. Like, if you ain't got money to buy it.
Yeah, that's a good resource, but it's like you got these kids wearing these uniforms to walk from 3rd Street all the way to Park Ave with slacks on. So It's just like, you know what I mean? Like I get it, but it's just like, for me, it's just like, yeah, like, you know, it's just a couple things that we got to work on. And obviously, you know, that's why I got you up here to ask, because, you know what I mean? We have a responsibility to ask you these questions because you trying to get your voice heard in the right way.
Right.
So, as far as the kids go, over the summer there was an incident, you know, where an individual, a younger kid, I think it was like 17, 18 or something, was he? And his arm was broken.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, with the police has been a big problem in the city. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a whole lot of complaints on your desk. And so, do you consider like maybe advocating for maybe like some type of retraining or something?
Yeah, definitely. So that's another point of the platform is bridging that gap between the police and the public, right? So do we need retraining? Yes, we do. Do we need the people to be from the community and in the community more so they can know everybody and it's not that disconnect? Yes, we do. And the other side, so in Plainfield, we have a lot of violence and crime going on. So everybody look like, okay, how do we solve that problem? Let's throw police, throw more police at the issue. So we have to look at the cause and effect. So we got to start looking at what causes the violence and the crime that goes on in our city, which is unemployment, underemployment, pain, trauma, mental illnesses. So we're going to be serious about solving those issues, then we need to make sure that we are allocating resources to those things. And we got a lot of organizations in Plainfield and the surrounding towns that are working diligently to, abate those issues. So we need to make sure that we're giving support to them as well. But, as far as the police, across America, that the police officers need retraining. So.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I want to know, like, because we get a lot of people who, the politicians, they get up here and they promise the world, and then when they get into office, they start saying, it's the pamphlet. They start blaming it on the pamphlet. So what separates you from just anybody else that's running for mayor? Like, why should I believe that it's going to be different if you get it?
All right, so for me, it's what year you graduate? What year you came out?
2009.
2009, all right, so you're 5 years after me. You're a young boy, yeah.
Yes.
I know my cousin Rajan.
Yeah.
Rajan, yeah, it's my cousin. So
Okay.
I graduated 2004, so if you just look at the body of work, the things that I've been doing in the community, and a lot of people are like, why do you do all that stuff when you're doing it for free, right? So for me, it's like I have to.
Can you explain what you do though?
Okay, so start from one, serving on the school board, right? Mm-hmm. That's one thing. I started the nonprofit Gentlemen Making Changes. We kicked off the mentor program I spoke about, Swag Academy. First day of school, we make sure that 100 men show up with the business attire on.
I seen that.
Right, so it's calling 100. So for us, it was just like in our community, our young people need to see they need to see males present. Mm-hmm. At the schools, cheer them on. Like all of us, I'm sure everybody in this room watch sports.
Yeah.
We go crazy when our team score a touchdown. So we got to show that same excitement for our youth and their education. But it's important for our young males to see men dressed up. Absolutely. So that's always like, the first day of
When
school.
he says dressed up, he means suits.
Yeah.
Not.
Most people don't know how to tie a tie. I'm 29 years old. I don't know how to tie a tie.
You
I just
too,
didn't
brother.
have no father.
You too.
Yeah, true, but it's nothing like somebody standing by you and standing in front of you and showing you.
Right.
I never had that before, so I don't know how to tie a tie. My shit clip. Yeah.
So if I did it, will I be your daddy?
Nah, you crazy. Depends. Nah, man, but I just, you know what I mean? Like, I just be wanting to know, because, it's not every day we get a chance to talk to a potential mayor.
And he's young.
And you young. So,
Are you considered young running for mayor? Is that considered a young age?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You see Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
He already 88 years old.
Yeah, no. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change that because that's what they're trying to use against me. So, it's not young. 34 years old. Got a family, 3 kids, so I'm old enough to do the job.
So hold on. So you did the Swag Academy, what is it? I always forget the name of the other one.
Which one? GMT.
Yeah, GMT.
Gentlemen Making Changes. So we do that too. Teach kids how to tie ties. So matter of fact, you can come and help us within the next 2 weeks.
I'll be there. Y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm there because I really want to know because I got 2 sons.
Remember you said that, Reddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just ain't electric sliding. That's all.
Okay.
I just don't know how to do the electric slide. That's it. I ain't doing that.
2 weeks where? Where's this?
We're going to do it. So we doing it virtual, but we're going to actually, things is opening up. So we're going to do it in the park. It's getting nice out. Right. So we're going to bring the youth out, make sure they all have a tie. And we have some males. Some people reached out and they like, how do you tie bow ties? How do you tie a tie?
Yeah, where's mine?
So it's like, all right,
Bow tie I don't know about.
I'm gonna bring me and my
come
2
out and do it.
sons. I got a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. So we'll be there. Bill coming too with his
Yeah,
son.
I'm bringing my son. My son wild. He the type to snatch everybody bow tie off. You got to watch
We'll
him.
be there. So we got a lot of storefront vacancies downtown. Let's talk about how we can get some black businesses in there. Is there like how can we advocate up here for us, for you? You know, when you get elected mayor, to be able to get some businesses there. Like, why do you feel there's like a void for black businesses downtown Plainfield?
So one is two sides. The current administration, our downtown is economically irrelevant, right? So you ride through, just even on a ride coming down here, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow, they done built up down here.
Yeah.
You know, we went to Cuban Pete's not too long ago, and we riding around the town. I'm
I
like,
have yet to eat there.
I ain't
Cuban
been there
Pete's?
Never.
I ain't been there yet.
You gotta go to Antigua.
Or
Grill.
Jose Tejaus. Never ate either one yet.
Wow. So you slacking.
I gotta get my life.
But
I go to the diner. No, I'm sorry to cut you off.
But yeah, so what, you know, as we ride through and we look around, it's like, why not Plainfield? Why don't our people deserve this? So, you know,
I got a serious theory for that.
yeah, what's the third?
I think I told the theory. So, it's gonna sound kind of racist, right? So Hispanics, they got most of downtown, correct? Restaurants, everything.
Yeah, they got
Who do you see working in there?
in where
Inside all those businesses, who's working inside?
they con.
No, but who's working in there? When you go in that business, who was in there?
They're con.
Outside of their kind,
Who?
male or female?
Females.
Always females, right?
Yeah.
So
Sex sells though. Right.
outside of sex sales, this is theory. So most of them, 99% is women running the business. Any business is always a woman running it, right? Where's the man?
Putting the product
He's
on
he's
the shelf.
doing other work, correct?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So what we do, we get a. Oh, come on, she about to. What's going on? Hold on, chill out. Hold on, chill. Whoa. So what we do, we put our money into business, right? We go all in, right?
Yeah.
We quit our job, right?
Yeah.
Now what happens when, let's say we do food, right? And the summertime, our business is booming, and then it starts getting the wintertime, and money is not coming in, which means we cannot pay the rent, we can't pay the bills for the building, right?
Yeah.
We end up losing it, right? Why not, if I open the business up, I keep working. So when business is down, I still have my job. To control, if the money comes down, I could kick the money I got from my job back into the business. So my wife can be working, or my niece, or my cousin, or my aunt, or my sister can be running my business. I still got my job. So that business always stays afloat. So when there's a downtime or down period, when they don't have the money, my check is going to cover that expenses. Because I know when it gets warm again, that back ain't going to go right back into my pocket.
Yeah, but in order for you to open a business, you can't work a job. You gotta be there. Like that's a hard thing. You gotta,
Yeah, hold on,
You
but-
gotta be there just for people to be in there doing work in your place.
Yeah, but I'm just
You know
saying,
what I mean?
that's just my theory though. Like when I
Yeah.
ever see you barely see their business go out, but you always see a woman in there.
See their business go out. This is why you don't see their business go out, right? Because they're smart enough to say, listen, everybody in this house can't go to college.
Right.
The problem with us is we're not realistic with our kids. We think all of our kids are going to college when they're not. You need to find out if your kid is a college person.
Mm-hmm.
He might not be that. He might be able to sell rain to a cloud. He might be a great car salesman.
Right.
He might have a great style. You buying all these expensive clothes and you ain't. He obviously is a stylist.
Right.
You ain't investing in that. You trying to get him to go to college and
But before that,
be a
how do
doctor.
you-
He don't want to perform no surgery on nobody. So what they do is, right, what other people do, they don't have the resources. They know how to manage money. We don't know how to manage money because we've never had it.
That's the point.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You basically saying what I'm saying. Managing your money.
No, but what I'm saying is this is what I'm about to tell you quickly, right? What they do is, so say if all of us, right? Say if it's 5 of us or whatever, we siblings, right? You the smartest one, the rest of us just got potential. One might be the enforcer, one might be good with money, one might be a great promoter, one
Right.
just might have a gift of gab. He might be the one you send in there with the briefcase to close the deal, right?
Right.
But you the smartest. You can write an essay with no help. You know how to comprehend words that we don't.
Right.
We will put all of our money into sending you to college so that you can get the certification, and then we'll push you.
Right.
And then once you get it and we get the money, it's a recycling thing.
Right.
Now you got one business. If it costs you 30 racks to make it, once you make the $30,000 profit, guess what you do? You go right across the street and open another one. Once that makes 30, you go right across the street and make another one. So by the time you turn around, you got $120,000 invested on the property off of one business. But what we do is we'll be like, all of our kids got to get the same thing. All of our kids are not the same.
Right.
They're not. Like both of my
So
sons.
you thinking long term. I'm just thinking hypothetically, just a thought. Now
No,
that's a plan.
That's quick.
What you saying?
Because this is the honest truth. The reason why I say that is because what you'll figure out is, right, we keep putting this basketball or this football in our kids' hand. You know
Right.
why? Because we done sent one to college, and guess what they did? You don't get credit score exempt because you got 5 kids. They don't say for every kid we're gonna rate you at your highest credit score.
Right.
So if you go and you mess it up, you ruined it for the last 4.
Yes.
I can't get a loan no more. So that's what I'm saying. Why do we keep trying to push all of our kids to do something? If you know your kid ain't like that, yo, what can you do? If I'm gonna take a loan out, you sell sneakers, you good with sneakers, you good with clothes. Yeah, we're gonna open a clothes store. That's more beneficial. So we gotta help ourselves. That's what I mean when I say to answer your question.
So what do you think about both of those thoughts? Ready?
Nah, both concepts is true, and they both the reality. So, one, just to speak on yours, that's true. So a lot of times we take that leap of faith and like, you know what, I'm leaving all of this. I'm leaving this
And
to the
it's
side.
nothing wrong with leaving
and I'm
faith
gonna
either.
invest. There's nothing wrong with that, but you gotta. God helps those who help themselves. So you can't just say, I don't got no financial stability, and I'm gonna go start this business, and then if it don't be successful, now you can't even sustain your family. Right?
Right.
So that's the one side of it. But you're right. So we need to get back to that healthy village, and also just the family sense of it all.
Right.
So like you said, if I'm working, your wife could also be working there. You keep your job. A lot of we lost that family dynamic
Right.
as a people. So on the flip side, what you was talking about, so a few things. So one, you need to write a book about that and start. You just did a whole TED talk.
Right.
But you know that's the truth, and it's just having that honest conversation with our kids. So somebody had said something to me a while ago, and it made a lot of sense. And it's like we got to stop telling our kids they can be whatever they want to be, and start telling them what we need them to be. So you start looking at, okay, what do we need in our community? What's the next things, the next businesses that's going to be booming in the next couple of years?
Right.
And you look at your kids' talents and you cultivate their talents around that.
Yeah.
So the other thing is we was talking about downtown, just to bring it back, the support. We don't support ourselves enough. That's one thing that we don't do. So
Wait. I can't let you say that. Ready? I think we do. We may not support everybody, but I think a lot of businesses, I can give you a few. You got Shawnee Sarah Gallery. That's a black-owned business woman that's been supported. And I don't know about Plainfield, but Kinesis, that's a black-owned business. They end up jumping, going to PA, but we support that as well. Amina is another one we support.
Too much sauce.
Too Much Sauce, Dream Cuisine. So there are businesses that. Who else?
Eat in the Cave, the new one out there.
What's that?
The food truck in Plainfield, South Ave.
Oh,
I heard about it.
That's
but
a Spanish one?
I haven't eaten there yet.
Big C's.
oh, Big C. Oh, yeah, that's cheap. Let me get that. Yeah.
But to contradict what you're saying though, if that was the case, then there wouldn't be complaints about it though. Even the business owners that you mentioned have a complaint somewhere along the line about something that's going wrong in the business.
What
so
you mean?
Somewhere
What
along
you
the
mean?
line, like for instance, we got all these food trucks, but there's not a lot for them.
Right.
That's
And
a problem.
that's been talked about recently.
Yeah.
And I say that because shout out to Too Much Sauce. They went from parking, what street? Randolph. They end up building an establishment. Then they over there by South Ave. But they got a lead there now too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They got to end up moving to another spot.
Yeah. I want to talk about. We talked about a lot of violence in the city. Have you ever? One thing I've seen some people do, and I don't know, you know how drastically it changed or flipped the numbers, but they were doing firearm handings, where you was able to bring your gun up there, no questions asked. Like, is that something we want to bring to the city? You know, maybe some people will be like, yo, you know,
Was it out here? Did we do that here?
maybe they did. Maybe they did.
We did, right?
Maybe they did. But
I
that's
think-
something, you know, I
yeah.
think that's something. I think like, you know, every so often, you know, especially when the crime get high.
Yeah.
Bring your gun in, hand it in. You know what I mean? Because if it ain't none in the city, you can't use none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So that's you know, one important thing, but we also got to make sure that we creating job opportunities for people. That's what it really comes to. Like, so when they doing the violence and the crimes, and I'm looking now, and I got the Ring doorbell, and it's like every other day, people breaking in cars.
Yeah.
So it said on the Ring doorbell, like they looking for change and stuff like that, and you watching this, these young boys.
How crazy is this? I want you to understand how crazy this sounds to someone. I don't live in Plainfield, but I lived in Plainfield. You know, I moved away.
Got to come back.
Yeah, you the mayor. You do what you say you do. I'll be right there. I'm moving by the church though. Nah, but how crazy is it that as a black person, you know, in an urban community, you pay rent in the city that you can't get a job in? Because there is no black businesses. You can't walk in a Chinese restaurant and get a job. You can't go to Kennedy's. We buy that fried chicken every day. We can't just go in there as Americanized people and get jobs. So the thing is like when we ask people to rebuild the city, it's like
could we or could we not? Or we just don't try?
they're not giving us no job.
Why not?
Well,
I see your local.
I
I see your local
I
Spanish
tell you what,
people.
Bill. I
and
tell
they-
you what. If
No,
you
I'm
want
just
to
saying,
test that theory,
I don't think nobody
go to
thought of-
Hanan Walk tomorrow and ask for an application.
Maybe not the Chinese spot, but maybe Kennedy's or the Waffle House.
No, but that's what I'm saying. How often? Like, think about this. You go to the nail salon, you mean to tell me it ain't a black girl in this world that in the whole Plainfield radius that can do nails?
There's a few.
But we going in there, you
No.
can't get a job nowhere. You could just spend your money. You paying rent, you buying food, you getting gas, but you have nowhere to work. And you live here.
Hey, shout out to Courtney. I forgot about Courtney.
At least
too. Sorry about that.
downtown, at least in, you know what I'm saying, at least in Newark, if you live in Newark, you can go downtown, work at Dr. J's. You can go at Foot Locker, GameStop.
Right.
You can go to a soul food restaurant and get a job. We don't have nowhere you can really get a job. So you asking people to care about somewhere. People care about currency, money. If they not getting no money here, they don't care. They just living here. And they feel overpaid. I mean, they feel like they getting overcharged for it. So we gotta get jobs in the city for us.
Yeah, we have to. And just to go back to, you know, what you said, you were saying you named some businesses that we do support, but we're still not supporting them enough, because if we weren't, then they would be expanding their businesses. Meaning we'll have 2 restaurants. Kyle
Right.
will have 4 trucks and a brick and mortar. You know, all the businesses you name would be able to expand and also start hiring more people.
Right.
Creating those job opportunities. So another thing that we've been looking at doing, and this is just in my nonprofit, and you know, we'll look once we get into office if we can expand it, but a Black Better Business Bureau, right? So a lot of times you may go to a business and say, you know, I didn't really like the service there, or how they ain't have no jerk chicken today, I'm never going back there again.
Right.
But having that oversight that says, no, you can't do this, because a lot of people, a lot of times we have the talent to do stuff, so some people are like, you know what, they could cook, they could do hair, but they don't have the business acumen.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we teaching them that as well, because that's going to help them grow, and that'll help them expand their businesses, and they'll create more job opportunities. And then on the city side, we got the Plainfield television channel.
I forgot
I
about
don't see
that.
no commercials on there. Right?
What station's that on? How can you see that again?
It's on there. They pay for it.
How can you get an ad on there?
I'll let you know.
All right.
Where do I see that? Where can I
Well,
watch
you know,
it? Where can I watch it?
It comes on. It's a station. It's definitely a station.
It's its own station.
Yeah, it's its own
I
station.
don't watch cable, so I don't
Yeah,
even.
but you know, even for that, so like we talking about, you know, studios and things like that, it need to be programming on there. So you have this show right here, you have yours. This could be shown on there,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
you got people that shooting short films and shooting movies. That's the type of stuff that we need to be putting
I'll do that too.
in advertising. You do, yeah.
Gotta
of all
plug that.
trades,
Gotta,
does
you
it
know,
all.
we do comedy. You do comedy as well.
We cook on the grill.
We cook.
we old.
Whatever you want, you know, we do it, man. We got it all, man. DJ right here. We got a DJ right here that we all tied
Got it
in.
all. All right.
Whatever you need.
So, as the mayor of Plainfield,
As running for you, just giving it to
nah,
you.
he
You
gonna
giving it to
get
him.
it.
Okay.
He gonna get it. We gonna talk it into existence.
It's gonna take
Oh,
your help though.
Let me
That's
ask
all
you
I'm
though.
getting.
What made you want to run for mayor though?
So, like I was telling you when I was
What, just like you just said, you know what? I'm gonna just run for mayor.
the people. That's the honest truth.
You gonna
So,
definitely win
Yeah,
then.
it's the people. For me, I never, and I said this before in the beginning. I ain't want to politics. I'm like, when I graduated, I'm like, all right, I want to make money for my family. You know, I
Right.
want to live a certain type of lifestyle. And I'm looking at politics, and I'm like, I don't know no rich politicians.
Yeah.
You know, so. But as I started growing and giving back to the community and getting into politics, and it's like, God put me on this lane for a reason. So then I got thoroughly immersed into it. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, if you really want to impact change, you need to be at that top seat.
So this is this over 2020. You thought about this?
Nah, not 2020. So the last election, people were pushing me to run, and for me, I'm like, I wasn't ready at that time.
Right.
So I'm like, wasn't established. I wasn't married yet. Married now.
Well, congratulations.
Got the house.
He had to make sure he said that, right?
Say that
He
little
had
house.
to say
Got a
that
little
one.
house.
Right?
Man,
House
you know,
kid.
got some new furniture. We ready, baby. I ain't mad at you. Congratulations on everything.
Definitely.
That's everything.
Yeah. So the people.
He putting pressure on us.
Yeah,
He
right.
got married, bought a
He
house,
putting
and he
pressure
about
on
to
them.
be the mayor. What's my motivation, Jesus?
go home, right?
I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna have to do a backflip.
I'm running
off
for
the top
governor or
of
something.
I'm out of here.
So the people's been telling you this,
Yeah,
young and old, or
yeah, young and old.
okay.
Young and old, yeah. So and so I look at it as other people thought I could lead. So and once I started buying into that and really looking, then I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
And if not me, who? If not now, when? So
I like that.
that's where we at now.
I like that.
If not me, who? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. And honestly, I haven't been paying attention or none of that. I mean, I voted for. Damn, I might forget names. What was the last election again?
You voted for Trump?
No, man. I'm talking about for mayor. What was
Tracy Brown?
Yeah, there we go.
Tracy Brown, yeah.
I had Tracy. I actually sat down with Tracy before.
That's the one that had the red lipstick?
She has the church.
Yeah, she's a pastor.
Okay, yeah.
What would make you thinking she had the red lipstick?
Nah, because I
What?
could have sworn I saw who was the mayor at one point. She used to be a chick.
Mayor.
She used to be a
Mayor
chick?
Shane Robinson
I mean,
Briggs.
not like that.
What's up with you, bro?
Yeah, Mayor.
Nah, I ain't mean it like that.
Yeah, Mayor Shane
not like
Robinson
that.
Briggs.
Yeah.
Nah, like
That was,
they
yeah,
were-
Okay,
that was the
okay.
first female.
I
elected
apologize. I ain't
mayor.
mean it like that. I was just,
Yeah.
The one with the red lipstick was kind of
because I
like.
was trying to. What I meant to say was like you used to be a chick. That's what I meant. But I said I ain't trying to come like that.
Oh, Lord,
That was
man.
the first black female.
Yeah, exactly.
Female and
Part
black.
itself.
Correct this man, ready, please. Yeah,
Hey.
he talking about lipstick and chick.
Nah, I thought she had red lipstick. That's why I asked because I remember. But the furthermore to move on.
And even Bill, when I say if not me, who? It's not about me though. So when I say me, it's just a person that really care about the community, us.
Right.
Right. So for me, the mayor, you should be able to talk to. You should be able to touch. You should be able to, people have my ear, and people know that, right? So I don't move. I'm not a selfish person. Like I said, I'm thoroughly immersed in the community. So then it's just like, you know what? This is what we need right now. If it was somebody better, then I would say, you know what? We'll go with this person.
Let me ask you a question. I got a lot of
Now
questions.
you're getting serious now.
Right. I got another question. Let me ask mine first.
I'm gonna let you ask.
How much time are you giving to the community and then to your family? Is that a deal breaker back home?
Not a deal breaker because that's the dichotomy of the whole leadership thing is finding that balance, right?
Right.
But thank God what I've been able to do is convince my wife and my children, show them the importance of getting in the community and giving back. So now it's like not like, oh, daddy got to go and do
Right.
this stuff. It's like, now we all got to go.
Okay.
Or my kids will have something, their own thing set up. She'll have her own stuff set up, but we all constantly work in the community.
Right.
So, but, it's a lot. So, and a lot of times, and I talk to her about this a lot, and it's like we business partners a lot.
Right.
And then it's like sometimes we got to unplug and say, okay, you're my wife, I'm your husband, let's spend this
So that's why
quality
you got
time
married?
together.
Baby, I'm doing all this. Yeah, I would have sold it to her. Like, baby, I'm doing all this mayor stuff for you.
Nah, go ahead, Reese. Sorry, go ahead. You get yours on, man.
Okay, so I got a question, right? So let's just say a day like today, nice day,
Beautiful.
people outside, whatever. when I drive down 7th Street, I get over there by Park Ave. We got the mental hospital there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That looks like a black eye in the city. It don't look like that place has been updated, right? It don't look like
talking
people
about,
really went in there and did thorough cleaning and inspections in there.
You ever went in there?
They all what? How would I get in there? You was bugging. Chill, he using this or something. Chill.
Right.
So the people, they scattered all over the place. And then it's just like, then when you go to now mind you, that's only a block away from the high school. So they gotta walk past that and walk through that every day to get through the high school for the most part. Then you also have the library where we constantly see the drug addicts planted out there drinking beers and stuff like that. Like, how can we go about fixing that type of stuff? Because if that's what if you got to walk past that to go into the library, I mean, how many times before you start losing focus?
You're right. You're right. So even just to back it up, my organization, the motto is change what they see and it'll change what they'll be. So that's important. The things that we see on a constant basis. And like you said, you got to walk. If you want to go to a library, you see that. You want to go to school, you got to see that. And even just to back it up, what you were saying with the facility that's on 7th.
Yeah, 7th
Yeah,
and
7th, like Madison. No,
Is that
Madison?
Madison?
It's across from PSC and G.
What street is that? That's the street the school's on.
It's crazy over there. It's wild.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I don't know if it's still like that, though.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's still like that.
No, it is.
That's still there, but
I had to jump the curb. I'm avoiding them.
it just goes
That's
to,
mayor at.
it goes to show like you got to care for your people,
Yeah.
all people,
Right.
right? So it doesn't matter what what mental illness they may have or
Yeah.
what they're going through, the PTSD. They need renovations in that building. Maybe a whole separate location somewhere that's not on the main street,
Right.
where they can have outdoors, outdoor setting where they could go, have some like a park area for them, and that's needed. And that's caring about all the people in the city.
I think somebody has to go in there. I think at some point I've never seen, and this is honest, and please, please, Lord, forgive me. I've never seen nobody come out of there clean. They all look like none of their clothes are being washed. They just look like they just staying there. They look bad. Like that's how bad it looks. Like I don't think nobody really went in there that cared. They was like, this is unacceptable in my city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it looks that bad over there. Like not being funny, like being honest.
Yeah, so when you move back to Plainfield, we got to get you on politics.
Come
too.
on, get me in there. Give me, yo, I'm locking everybody up. You know what it is. I'm pulling up. I'm going to let me see the car. What you doing?
Look, as you running for mayor, are you getting a lot of, I don't want to say demands. Like, are you getting a lot of questions, like what they need? I'm not saying demands, but you get what I'm trying to say,
Like what's up with the PBA calls? Talk
You're
to
like-
us.
so everybody know you running. Are they just asking for rent? Like he's asking the questions. Is this a constant thing with you right now? Are they expecting you to do this?
Yeah, they are. So a lot of the stuff is.
Do they know that you can't cover all this though, right?
Yeah, they know that. I be realistic with people, so I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, I'm gonna
get
A
this
through
done.
Z, I'm gonna do
Right.
this, I'm gonna do that. So I fully believe in holding myself accountable. So people are tired of politicians promising them everything and lying.
Right.
Right. So that's why you got a whole generation of people that's completely disengaged with politics because they feel like why I vote. No matter who I vote for, it doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact my household, my life. So it's not important. And that's because politicians, they lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I got that mindset.
Yeah.
I had that mindset for a long time. Like that doesn't impact me at all.
Yo, I told this dude one time. He said the vote the last time when Trump won the election versus Hillary, he was like vote. I'm like, man, my vote don't count. And he told me the realest thing. He said, not voting is just like voting for the wrong person.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. I'm like, man, I ain't vote for no. I don't know. And then I got home and I thought about that. I said, I got
that. Bill said that.
Nah.
No,
Hell. But I thought about it. I said, yo, I have a responsibility. Like,
Right.
you pay taxes. Never mind what somebody feel. You got a right to dictate your own outcome.
You have kids.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That too.
Yeah, so a lot of times when we vote, so even this past election, we're not going to feel the impact until another 4 years from now, the policies that they put forward. So when people, if you got kids, it's like you definitely should be out here voting because it's for the future.
Yeah.
Like, all these policies they putting in place, on that level there, but the local level is where it really matters the most. So that's where you feel the
Yeah,
real
that's what I
impact.
hear the most. Like
Yeah,
outside
boy.
of running for president, like you need to vote locally because that trickles down to the police thing as well.
Yeah. So even thinking about this, so a lot of institutions and politicians, they want our people to be ignorant and say, "My vote don't matter." So now they're like, okay, there's no need to go talk to the young people because they don't vote, right? They think they vote don't count. So who gonna always vote for sure? The seniors is gonna vote, right?
Yeah,
So it's
definitely.
Okay, we'll cater to them. So now, and if you just look at Plainfield, so in the past, the Fourth Ward, they just look over the Fourth Ward,
Fourth Ward is where?
where you got the projects,
South Second.
yeah,
No, I mean
Millenburg.
Millenburg. I mean, yeah.
that whole area over there.
That was Kyle mother Ward, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. No, she ran for
Terry.
Terry.
There we go.
Yeah, she ran for
Miss
it.
Terry.
Terry Briggs. Yeah.
Let me not say Terry. Miss Terry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she ran for it, but she wasn't successful that time.
Right.
But so that ward there, so they like, you know what? They don't come out and vote. They don't donate. So why cater to them, right? So
Wow.
now when politicians, that's how they move. So it's like, all right, you putting money? Are you making a contribution to my campaign? So okay, now you got the money. So now you got my ear. So what's your agenda? What do you want me to do for you? Because you put me in office now. So now I went from that to now it's like these people don't vote, so we don't care about them.
Right.
They'll push you out the city.
See, but we don't know. See, but this is the issue that we have, right? When you grow up, like obviously the laws, like it's bending now. It's getting to where it should have been a long time ago. But usually, typically, if you grow up in the, let's say like an urban neighborhood, most of some people in your household, not all, but most times a lot of them got felonies. So voting ain't an option. So they can't teach it to you because they don't do it. We've made to believe that it stops with the president, but it's more votes on the ballot that you got to make. Even if the president don't make it, you can still get the House.
That's right.
But we ain't taught that, so we just taught like, oh, I don't like the president. The president just a puppet. He just, you know what I'm saying?
That's the face.
And when we actually all came together and voted, the best thing that came from this core team, and rest in peace to everybody that died and that experienced something. My heart switch out, but. One of the things that woke people up is that they actually started to read, because it's been so long that you can trust what somebody say. And I think with all of the money that came in between stimulus and just receiving all of these reliefs and loans and stuff based off, I think people had a chance to actually start figuring out what to do with their money. I think people had to work for it so much that when you get it, you just want to buy something to make you feel good. Now
Right.
I think the money was coming in so fast. Now everybody, if you pay attention, everybody got a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't look at it like that. but-
Everybody got a business
Yeah.
now. Because now you're looking at it like, you know what I did? To be honest with you, I told my girl, I said, this is like a loan from the bank for me. I said, I'm looking at this like when I was younger, I used to be like, damn, I wish my mom's and them was in a position where I could just go to school. Now I got the opportunity to just get paid and not do nothing. But just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel more focused now. Like, I'm doing what I want to do.
So that's why, like you said, the pandemic is a gift and a curse, right?
Yeah.
So the world literally shut down, right? So, I don't know who had to still work in this room, but
I definitely worked through the whole thing.
okay. So y'all worked, but you couldn't watch sports, right? So after you got off work, what was you doing after work?
I was here. I was shooting videos. We do the.
I
We
was in
did.
Miami.
Yeah.
I was in Houston. Like
Nah, I mean, I was
Tabasco.
working. Like when it came, I wasn't one of those that sat around. Like I kept doing.
Yeah, well,
I got busier.
I'm not saying sit around. So for me, let me speak personally for me. So what the pandemic did for me, I'm a person that's constantly on the run, constantly going. So when it first hit, that was the first opportunity that I had to sit down with my thoughts, right? Sit down and just be like, okay, start strategizing, putting things in place, putting things in order. So like you were saying, the entrepreneurship. So a lot of people, when you had businesses flatlining across America, right? you started seeing the rise of entrepreneurship. So everywhere I'm looking on Instagram, everybody was becoming entrepreneurs now, and that's a good thing, right? So now, the business acumen, what I talked about earlier, we got to make sure that people are taught that, and then the support, we got to make sure that people are getting that support. We got to make sure the government should be supporting these businesses as well to make sure that they sustain. But we had that time to just pause for a second and sit down and just be like, okay, all right, and that's how you came up with your game plan.
Yeah, what you saying kind of makes sense because I don't think I would have grabbed the camera or none of that without having to sit and stop for a second and say, yo, what can I do in this pandemic to keep working? Now that I think about it. Because I had to think, like, what am I going to do now? You know what I'm saying? Can't go outside. What can I do? The thing was I couldn't go to the studio no more. So I couldn't do my videos, my freestyle videos. So sitting there thinking, I never looked at it from that angle. Sitting still made me think, like, all right, let me get the camera now. It's time to get the camera now.
Before you move on, thank God that you did pick up your camera, and I want to give a shout out to Bo and Tim, Easy Money for going to Connecticut, winning that competition and bringing that gold back to playing.
I went to the last three, Brooklyn. What we got? We took it home, but at the end they kind of cheated us. So
that was the first one, right?
That was the first one that was in Brooklyn. The next one was the next one was in Brooklyn. Tim won one of them, and then Connecticut. When I got all that footage. Somebody asked a question though. Somebody said, "What are your plans for the Forgotten Ward, the Fourth Ward?"
Okay,
Yeah, he kind of answered that though.
That's
right?
what we touched on.
Yeah.
So the Fourth Ward is, of course, we need strategic development across the city, but definitely in the Fourth Ward, businesses in the Fourth Ward. So if you look now in the second ward, you got all the restaurants.
Yeah,
Even though we need some better restaurants in the city of Plainfield,
definitely.
we need entertainment in the city of Plainfield, but making sure that we have businesses in the Fourth Ward, better development in the Fourth Ward, and just making sure that our residents feel, like they're part of Plainfield.
Right.
And so.
So what ward am I in? I'm on Reed Terrace.
You want Reed Terrace?
Scotch Plains
First
Ward.
word. That's the first word.
Oh, I'm in the first ward. Okay.
22 Ward. So you at? Yo, quick announcement. Because I got to make sure I do this this promotion because I promised I would. So we have the grand opening night on a new spot. Shout out to Nulu on Facebook. It's gonna be vendors in there. It's gonna include dinner, a gift bag, and access to local vendors. So your favorite Plainfield vendors or the surrounding areas, you're gonna be able to come there and buy it. It includes $35. I mean, it costs $35. It includes a dinner, a gift bag, and access to local
It's in
vendors.
June, right?
May 29th.
Oh, man, I
It's
was
from
way
5 to 10. Dress to impress. You will get the exact location upon purchase. And it's armed security guard on premises. She ain't playing with y'all. So that's my announcements. And
I'm gonna be in there. That
tickets
day.
is available April 1st.
I'll be in there as a vendor,
Yeah.
as you know. Also, come on, before we forget, you got April.
April 3rd.
Okay.
April 3rd, man.
You should come out. We got a comedy show.
Comedy show at Hugo's.
We do comedy shows.
Okay,
Maybe,
Hugo's, okay.
maybe we could have a sit down when you become mayor.
I want to host Rhythm and Blues. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Right? We get Rhythm and Blues.
Yeah, I tried to get in there before, but I think that's a wait, right?
What's that?
To get in Rhythm and Blues, it's like a wait list or something like that.
County? For the county?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, we're going to create our own stuff.
Yeah, come on. I'm going to jump right on the stage. Give me the mic.
Yeah, we
Maybe do
Yeah, I'll add
some
'em.
comedy
no
specials.
obstacles,
Yeah.
just opportunities.
Hey,
man.
let's go. That's why you got my vote. Right there. He told me why you vote Rhythm and Blues.
Oh man.
Yo, man.
So what?
Before I forget. So what's the most important thing? Like what is like so because like I said, we're gonna claim it. When you elected, when it's all said and done, what's the one thing that you gotta get accomplished before it's all done?
I got 5.
Oh, you got 5, even better.
Yeah, so it's 5.
I'll take them all.
Yeah, out of a list of probably 100 things, we narrowed it down to 5 because I said I want to hold myself accountable, and if I don't get it done, I'll be the first person you'll hear my voice saying, "I failed you." So that's what I believe.
I don't think that you would do that, but
I'm
I
serious.
ain't gonna allow you to do that. You put me on rhythm and blues. Failed y'all. He did me good.
Yeah, I'm not.
we failed together.
I'm gonna jump right over there. I don't know what y'all got against him. I don't know. He always been good to me.
But yeah, so no, but we're not gonna fail because we're gonna, hold ourselves accountable. We're gonna lift as we climb. So we're gonna have something bigger than rhythm and blues. But the first thing, like I said, was a community center. That's the number one priority that we need.
Absolutely.
2, the strategic economic development. We need a comprehensive plan. So, like I said, if they're building a lot of apartments in Plainfield now, right?
Yeah.
So, you live in Plainfield.
Yep,
What do you do for fun in Plainfield?
I'm 38.
Yeah, I'm saying, what do you do for fun?
Shoot videos.
I know how old you are.
We need food.
I mean, I don't,
We need,
what do I
like,
do for
food
fun?
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. What do a date night look like for you?
St. Mary's. 4 for 20.
yeah. Fridays, you know what I mean? David Buster's,
Not in
Benny Hondas,
Not in Plainfield.
Air Ring.
I'm not letting you say Fridays. I'm not letting you say nothing past
Well,
your house.
but
Because
Fridays
ain't
ain't really-
nobody gonna go there because they be scared.
Where?
No Plainfield be waiting
I
right
no,
there.
I go to Piscataway.
Because I don't know nobody over 35 with license.
But yeah, it's nothing in. It's nothing in Plainfield. I mean that.
We have some things, but overall, like I was saying, we talked about Cuban.
I mean, we go to the food
Cuban
trucks.
Grill.
Is that a date? I guess
I mean,
it's
you
for
go there to
eats.
eat. Where can you go to sit down and and then have?
I don't know, bro.
We need those are the type of things we need. So you know what I mean? I smoke cigars. I gotta go to every other town to find a cigar lounge,
Right.
things like that. Yeah, so you know about sticks, yeah, and raw, yeah.
I go right to
So-
the bathroom.
Yeah, it should be something for.
That's my cigar lounge.
No,
Or something
it
like, I
should
gotta
be
use
some-
the bathroom. I got all types of stuff plugged up. Shannon. Looking like
It
a
should,
old
it should
drug
be
addict.
something for everybody to do in Plainfield. So,
Yeah.
we got establishments like St. Mary's and Hugo's.
Yeah.
We need jazz clubs. We need all types of things like that. If we're gonna be serious about really turning the city around. And again, we need things for our youth. But that second thing was the economic development. So bringing in these businesses, supporting these entrepreneurs, building up these businesses, and making sure they have the full support of the city. The third thing, improve services in the city.
When you say services, what do you mean? Maintenance, as far as shoveling and stuff like that?
Yeah, so that, the trash, pickup, PMUA, snow removal, all of those things. So we talked about the fourth ward earlier. And for me, my vision is you shouldn't be able to tell that, oh, now I'm in the fourth ward because you look around and you see trash everywhere. You see garbage is overflowing. No, because they don't treat the second ward like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So for me, we have to start being intentional about those things.
Then you got me stuck on really trying to think about what and where can I sit down in Plainfield.
Yeah,
I'm stuck right now, yo.
You can't.
Giovanni's is gone.
I never even ate there, to be honest.
Me neither,
Can't
really.
eat, no, you can't. That's why. That come back to what I said. When you can't get no job, where you gonna get a job from? You can only pay rent here. So basically, you got to travel out of your town, right? Which means if you ain't got a car, you got to pay for public transportation, or you got to ride a bike. You got to take a hike. You know what I mean? To get to where you got to hope you can get a job at Target somewhere. But
Okay, got you, Peace.
so as far as like with the city, and as far as like the parks and stuff, I will say this: there has been a major improvement to the parks around Plainfield. Yeah. You know, I'm a big New York Knicks fan. I know the New York Knicks did some work in Plainfield.
The charter school.
Yeah. I seen, like y'all got a nice football field over there. In a couple places, y'all redid a lot of the football fields over there.
You coming back? Say we. Don't say
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Say y'all right now. Don't put that on me. I'm good.
Oh man.
So when you elected, how long is your term?
4 years.
4
Yeah, I
years.
always
and then you
wanted
get
to know
be
that.
reelected, or it's over after 4 years?
Nah, so the incumbent now, and he's running for his third term.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can keep going.
Keep going.
So you could be married forever.
Yeah, I think Sharp James.
Be
and
180 years old, still a mayor if it's
yeah,
up
like
to me.
20
As long as I keep getting on the rhythm and blues. long as I'm on the rhythm and blues pamphlet, baby, you go. You gonna be the mayor. As soon as you stop, that's it.
Miss Terry said we need outdoor dining downtown. Shut the downtown at a certain time in the summer and enjoy the outdoors. This is Miss Terry Briggs.
Briggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you an idea that I had when we said black businesses, right? I always say this right here. People be like, oh, things are so hard. I'm like, because you're not using what's in front of you. You trying to get around everything that's in front of you, but it's not meant for you to get around it. So after you do all of this sacrificing and blocking your own blessings to get around what was in front of you and try to obtain something that you feel can work, why not use what's in front of you, right? We might not all got money for a storefront, but we can go to the plaza. We can rent that out every weekend and be a black mall.
That's your favorite go-to.
Right?
there.
I tell people all the time that. Like this, when you go in the plaza, this is just a jewelry store now.
Is it even
rent
still
it.
open upstairs?
Yeah, it is. They got food slots. You got to
It
use
is
that.
now? It's a gym now.
Well,
right?
I don't know
No,
if
no,
it's
the
COVID.
gym is over top of, what was that?
Nah.
McCory's.
Nah, the last
I
time
don't know,
I went up there to look. That's how I came. I was thinking in my mind. I said before the COVID hit, I'm like, damn, nobody is trying this. Everybody keep trying to. Your credit might not be good enough.
When's the last time you been there, Reese?
It's been a while because of COVID. They shut it down.
Okay.
They shut it down because of COVID. So it's been a minute. But prior to COVID, because I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, because my master plan was, yo, I'm going to get everybody in the city. I'm just going to use them like how vendors are. You know, Pepsi come in and put their own product in. I'm just going to sell it, get my cut off of it, and you get yours, just like Pepsi do. You know what I'm saying? When you buy Pepsi, Pathmark or whoever ain't getting the whole cut.
Right.
It's really Pepsi. Pepsi just paying them to put their stuff in the store. Yeah. So I was like, nobody's smart enough to take their advice. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a store with all y'all stuff in. Right. But I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Help yourself. How many people just got the stimulus? You know what I'm saying?
I don't get that.
Well,
I wish I
in
did.
families,
You're in a different
right?
bracket, huh?
Nah, I ain't in a different bracket. I'm in that IRS.
out.
Give me that money.
Hold
I'm in
it
that
out.
bracket. Like, take my taxes
Hold it
bracket.
out.
That's the bracket I'm
John
in.
B. holding out.
I'm in that scamming bracket. Like, I'm a scammer. They caught up to me. Like, we need that back.
But imagine that though. Imagine if you got 3 to 4 siblings, y'all all got kids, y'all just got y'all stimulus. So some of y'all got 2,000 to 5,000, let's just say. Imagine all y'all came together, just put your money together and say, yo, we going to the family business.
Somebody
You make
said
good macaroni and cheese, you make good chicken, you got the gravy popping, we got a restaurant.
they said if you're not Spanish, they're not gonna rent to you in the plaza.
That's a lie. Money talk. They fix your car, right?
So look,
They don't just fix poppy cars. They money talk. You come there. If black people come in there right now and say I'm gonna rent all this out, they'll move them out. They'll move themselves out. Mm-hmm. If they know, oh, black people come here, I move out my store. You want this? They'll move their store. Cause it's traffic. They only care about the money. It ain't enough money. Yeah, we can't go in there and make one store and make a difference. But if I go in there, you go in there, he go in there, she go in there, and he go in there, and we want to buy 5 slots. You crazy? You think they won't give it to us? All day, they gonna say, if not anything, we're gonna make money here. Cause even if they don't make money, they gotta pay rent.
Right.
That's all they care about. More rent. So it's like we could turn that over. If everybody that had a business said, we going down Saturday.
That's just like the Strand.
Yeah.
I always want to do something there, man. I always want to put
lot of
a
work in that.
12,000 square feet that we just
It's
looked
probably
at.
a lot of work, and they might break that down and redo it.
Yeah,
Just
but I
keep
mean,
the
it's worth
sign
it.
on the side.
It's worth it though. That's
It
it's
is.
right in like mid is right there.
That's true.
Like they try to put a little fake Chuck E. Cheese in there, and I ain't gonna lie, I went in there to try to play the games. I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
It was called like Tasty Cheese or something like that,
Yo,
and all the
Let me
games
tell you
broken
about
there.
that.
You went in there?
I went in there. What? I'm like, oh, this like I'm looking at it like Bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? Like Bullcrap ain't Six Flags, but back in the day that was.
The Bullcrap is over
Get
too.
a couple tickets on wristband, you good money.
was a place
We
to
go
be.
there. I bring my son there to that Tasty Cheese crack. First of all, I order pizza. I'm like, let me get cheese pizza. My man give me pepperoni. I tell him I ain't order pepperoni. He took the pepperoni off of my pizza.
Oh, you don't eat pork.
Put it on the right pizza. So it's like, that's all right. You should have left it on.
Yeah, but that's a nice spot to do something, bro. A skating ring or something, bro. I've been having plans for that building for the longest. I want to put a slot. I want to put a slot car city, bro. Yo, you old enough for that? Really?
What's that?
Slot car city in TC Cycles. Nah. On I was Clinton Ave. Right there next door to what's that? That's
What year?
Fine Fair. That's Fine Fair now. That's Fine Fair over there.
Clinton Ave?
Clinton Ave. It's a beauty supply store too.
No, it's not fine, but that's Bravo.
I ain't Bravo fool.
On Clinton Ave?
Clinton Ave across the street from Bravo.
Across the street.
What is that?
Beauty supply store.
It's a beauty supply store.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They
Right
sell
there, it
everything
used to
in
be
there.
TC Cycles and Slot Car City used to be there. You gotta be able. You know Mark, right?
Mark, which one?
Kylie Mark.
Oh, yeah.
His father used to own that. Y'all remember that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was young. Yeah. Screen printers.
Yeah, but I was saying like they had like a slot car thing. I always said if they put a slot car spot downtown, it'll be nuts right now, bro.
So like I've been here for an hour. Y'all cooking up all these ideas.
Yeah.
My man doing TED Talks. So like you said, get out your way and let's get it done.
I try, bro.
Let's do it.
But you know what?
Try, look.
I got too much going on. I'll be all over the place, man.
I'm ready to lead. I'm about to do something. Pastor something. I'm ready.
You write this stuff down, or y'all be writing this stuff down?
I'm ready.
Nah,
Do you preach?
Nah, I don't preach.
You don't preach. You got to preach a little.
we don't write nothing down. We just try to move on it, man.
Yeah, now you gotta write it down, man. Be intentional about it. Yeah. Y'all,
Yeah.
I'm hearing great ideas come from both of y'all, and it's just like, why not?
See, wait till you think
Wait-
those
wait
are great
till-
ideas. Wait till you put me on a pamphlet for the rhythm. I'm gonna show you something.
Wait till you become mayor. It's definitely gonna be on demand.
Oh, they're gonna eat their hearts out when
Yeah,
they see me
right.
underneath the whispers.
Man, how much time? How much time you got, ready?
Okay.
You good? You good? Because we rock for 2 hours.
Okay. I'm good.
We gotta, but we do gotta end early. We do gotta end early tonight.
Oh yeah, man.
We do gotta end early, but he wanted to sacrifice. Let's put that out there. He was on sacrifice, but we gonna sacrifice back for him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we had some great conversations too. Before we leave, let's talk about the drug problem in the city. Plainfield has had a drug problem for a long time. How come there isn't any drug facilities that they could check themselves into? Is that something that we can look forward to, hopefully?
Definitely, yeah. And reentry programs as well. A real one.
And homelessness. Let's talk about homelessness.
Yeah. So we spoke about that too. What did I say? Our residents without addresses. Right.
Okay.
So we got to be intentional with that. So right now, the YMCA closed a couple years ago. So that was
Yeah.
the emergency shelter there. So we have no emergency shelter at all. So our people, our residents without addresses have to travel to Elizabeth and Newark.
Yeah.
Right. So if you less fortunate, 9 times out of 10, you don't have transportation, you don't have the funds to get there. So how are we really assisting that population of people? And we have a large population there. So it's like we need emergency shelter and not just go stay here for a week, but to really have a program to help you get back on your feet and, make sure that you could be able to sustain your life if you want to. But also, like you said, the drug program. So that's a big business for a lot of people. So that's why they don't really want to solve it, right? So that's one of the things that we have to be intentional about, making sure that we have programs in place for people. Because if we know that, like you said, I on my lunch break, I walk around to Park Avenue. I work at City Hall. So I'll take a walk all the way around the block. And I'm seeing more and more people, and it's just like, our people need help,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, it's 2021, and some of these people I've seen since I was in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, what are we doing to really solve this problem?
That's real.
So we just got to be serious about it, if we want to.
Is the job gonna be harder, being though we went through this whole pandemic thing? Like, is things different from what you thought it was gonna be?
It's going to be harder as
Right.
far as being the mayor.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, you get to restart.
Right.
So when things open up, it's like, all right, now it's time to rebuild. So
Right. Because
like
things will
all
start
things-
opening up right around that time.
You know what? This is my honest opinion about that. It's, to me, I believe if you've been aware I'm just gonna use the word aware. If you've been aware of what's been going on, I think it's easier because I think all of the things that people always preach to you about happened, as opposed to it being a theory. Like, yo, they trying to do this, so this is gonna happen. Now you can say this happened. What are we gonna do now? And I think people are gonna be more on board. I think it started. That's why it started. I don't think if George Floyd doesn't get killed and we deal with all of that racism, I don't believe the votes turned out the way they did. I just don't see it. Like, yeah, they wanted Trump out, but I just don't see it as being as urgent.
Right.
Racism was just like to Trump. If I'm in Trump's thing, if I'm thinking about my term, I'm thinking the last 6 years killed. The last 6 months smoked us.
Right.
Everything bad that could have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything.
Consecutively, back
Blacks
to back
being
to back.
killed.
Yeah.
Blacks being shot for no reason, like everything that could have went wrong for us went and happened. So I think when he comes along, people like me, see, I can say the same words he can say, but I can't care the way he do. And when I listen to him talk, he cares.
Right.
He ain't up here trying to wow us with this program. Like most politicians would have threw a number out. He ain't say a number one time. So that's how I know he cared. That's why I said he gonna get it because he cares. Most people would have said we're trying to raise these funds 100,000. They would have came up with this number, and then people be like, "Damn, they trying to raise 300,000. Imagine if we get the money, we gonna get it."
Right.
And then we vote for him. But he telling you he trying to remember the forgotten about. He gonna work on things, and he ain't promised us one thing. So that's why he got my vote. And when can I vote?
You gotta move back to Plainfield first, bro.
I'm gonna be.
Oh, you gotta be a resident. Yeah, you gotta be a
I'm
resident.
gonna be a resident.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
moving back,
we got ways around that.
You know I'm looking at property, baby. I live with Bill.
We got ways around
I
that.
live with Bill, baby.
But yeah, now the election is June 8th. Yep, June 8th.
Man, it's
and
supposed
May
to go out and
18th
vote.
is the deadline to register to vote for those that's not registered. So
Man, I
you gotta
believe
get
I'm
people
registered.
registered.
What? My wife registered me.
You could check.
You better vote.
She did it for me. It came in the
gotta
mail.
vote.
It came in the mail, right?
You don't vote,
She
you ain't
figured
gonna
out
win
for
no
me.
money. Your bets go to go to shit.
Bad luck. Nah, Shorty definitely filled my app out for voting. So
Yeah, man.
I hope you signed it. yourself.
yeah,
tell
did
her
I
to
sign
take care
it?
of it.
She might have. Yeah. No, ask on it. What is it?
No, I just like, what can I do as a station owner, even though I'm not in Plainfield? So I have two guys.
Nah, say that on air. This is the station. You got to let it be known that we care.
Because I don't look like bribery or nothing like
Nah, it ain't, bro. No. It's a campaign,
Nah, you
brother.
know some people. Nah, real talk. Nah, some people will be like, "Oh,
on, bro.
he bribed
Nah,
him."
bro.
Like,
Yeah,
nah, like as a station owner, as a young black station owner, I'm not based in Plainfield, but what can I do or my team or my station do to support your campaign?
And he lost 273 pounds.
In 3 days.
It was a year. Shut up. It was a year. Shut up.
What problem we talking about?
Don't listen to them. All my natural. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Nah, but I would. Not Kilo, yo. Definitely don't listen to him. But nah, I would because like even sitting here watching them interview you and you being another black young man, running in a position like this, like not too many of us get to see that. Like my mother's from Newark. Like we joked about the Sharp James. Like he ran for years. Like he did a bid to us. That's it's jokes, but he still was a black man. Then turned around and had Corey Bookham. I'm from Jersey City. The closest thing we had was Cunningham. He died, and I did a lot of stuff with him. So I got to work. I remember for a minute I was gonna run for councilman, but it was just like at the time, like you said, I wasn't thinking about politics at the time. Yeah. But like seeing this right now and hearing, like we said, you have not once threw a number out yet. So it's like I definitely want to know like how can we help your campaign?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you have a platform here, right? So
Right.
y'all can reach people. So one,
Run them ads.
Yeah,
you
just
do that.
whatever you got, just send it over. I'll give you the email. I'll post it on the page. I'll go crazy. Like I said, we'll tag you in. And
Okay.
like I said,
we're
even
gonna be throwing events too. So
let us know.
and stuff like that. So
no, definitely let us know. No charge, and it's not even because the bribe, like dead ass, no charge. If you need music, need provide, let me know.
Okay, definitely, definitely appreciate that, man. Yep. And in turn, and I believe in, like I said earlier, lifting as we climb. So let me know what I can do in my position or in the relationships that I have to help y'all out as well. So,
Rhythm and blues. You know, we
Gonna run
ain't
that.
asking for nothing. I'm talking for that. You don't
never
know?
heard of Wizzy? Oh my, you serious?
It's the only time the Stylists and the Whispers come to Jersey. Outside of Atlantic City.
It's a concert every year.
Don't
in
worry about it.
Plainfield,
We're
bro.
going to be right
yeah,
underneath.
It's big.
Nah, it's really big. Like,
Nah.
they put a stage in the
Nah,
front.
yeah, every
we going to
year-
be right.
Always the big house festival and all that other stuff.
Nah.
Nah, it's
Nah,
like
Rhythm and Blues. We used to have, what's my man from Shaft, yo? The bald head, Isaac Hayes. He used to be there all the time.
yeah, like every year is a oldie and a new. Yeah, like
Yeah, like this year we gonna be up under the old J's.
you know what I mean.
Right in the corner. Right. Yeah, the old J's, right? I know them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I know them. I know all
What,
them.
yeah, when is it? When is it again? When is it? Like
Hopefully if I'm
When is it?
available
It's
June
usually in-
15th. It's June
it's in
15th.
July.
July, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's after the 4th.
Yeah, one year I got backstage access where everybody get back there, but I got to see to talk to the celebrities and get a little few interviews in. This is before Justine, what's her name? Justine Valentine started popping off.
Yeah.
She was talking kind of slick too. I'm like, I was about to curse. I'm sorry.
Don't let me get that.
What?
You ain't gonna be able to tell me.
Nah, you taking on the stage, bro.
No, wait, don't let me get on the stage. What? Like, I'm gonna be like, yo, don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing. Whatever you ate it. I'll be like, eat your heart out.
Damn, it's 9:27.
Yo, before we close it
Yeah,
out,
we gotta let my man get to his.
we gonna allow you to close the show out because the platform is really for you. Like I said,
Yeah, man, let's give you your
I'm
flowers,
about to move
man.
in
We
with
are
Bill next
giving.
week so I can do the voting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going through stuff at home, y'all, so I'm moving with Bill. So we can get this vote. I need a new mayor so I can get a house.
I'm moving.
Well, I'm moving with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Hopefully it's
move,
in that
man.
radius.
Yeah.
That 22, the 22 block.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right there. That's Milton
22
Place.
wall.
That's Milton Place. There you go.
Yeah. So what's your message? What is the last message? Like, what is the message that you want the people to know? To sum up everything that you're trying to accomplish and get done.
Okay. First, let me thank y'all, Tapping Radio, for having me up here, using your platform. And, I look across this room as young men and, thank you for, it mean a lot. And I mean that because a lot of times people are like, I want to help, I'll help. Yeah. And then it's like, where you at? So, y'all extended that hand. So thanks for inviting me on here.
This is long overdue, too, man.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Long overdue.
And I'll show y'all, the love will be reciprocated. So other than that, June 8th, running for mayor for the city of Plainfield. If you live in Plainfield, you already know that it's time for a change. The time is now.
Let's go.
For more information, if you want to see my platform, if you got questions, you go to richardwyattformayor.com. Register to vote. The
Spell it out. You got to spell it for him.
All right.
Please, I'm just saying, just to make sure they correct it.
All right. Richard, R-I-C-H.
I did not, the Wyatt, spell the Wyatt part last name.
Richard Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T-F-O-R, mayor.com. richardwyattformayor.com.
Like Wyatt from the Tyler Perry show.
That's
Right?
a Wyatt on there.
It's like that, right?
Like Rain Wyatt.
All right, we're gonna close it out with a little song.
Oh, he ain't even finished getting his whole
Oh,
thing.
he did. I'm so ready to
What
sing
is that?
Sam Cooke. I'm so ready to hit her with the I was born by the river.
No, we got a comedy show. Come out. You should come out. Huh?
Yeah, no,
Both
I'll
of
be
y'all.
there. April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Third free admission.
April 3rd at Hugo's.
Free
He
admission.
goes,
Come out.
We'll be there.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
Yeah,
I celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate too. Then. So
yeah, I'll be in there doing camera work as well.
when is the election concluded? Again, what date? Will you know
June
the
8th.
results?
Yeah,
June 8th, you'll know the results?
We'll know that night.
That's my birthday. June 8th.
June 8th.
Yeah, that's my coming out party.
Come out.
Get my outfit now because you promised me this rhythm
Yeah.
and blues. Yeah, he promised me right with the old J's. I'm gonna come out too. Don't you wanna go?
man.
Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? They
Wait,
gonna
you
be
know what I
like,
meant to ask you?
bugging.
You say you work at City Hall, right?
Yeah.
What do you do at City Hall?
Tax assessor. So I determine what everybody paying property taxes
Right.
in the city.
Oh, okay. I've been wanting to know that for the longest. I don't see you. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? Like, what's he doing? I need to know why is he in the.
That's why they keep saying, yo, talk to him about the property.
Right,
taxes.
the
You
property-
would go with that.
Yeah, so
See if you put
another
this out or
thing,
not.
another
See what
thing
the
I
bag
could do,
is.
another thing I could do for supporters, I gotta make sure y'all pray for her. She worked for the city too. So you got to think.
You work for the city?
We work for the city and we running for mayor. So you already know that's going to be, challenging. So just pray for us. But we're going to be victorious on this journey.
Absolutely.
You know, the people asked for it. You know, the time is now.
See, why I believe you're going to win, like you said, you're easy to touch, you're easy to see, and they see what you do. I don't see, this is not a downplay to the mayor we have now, but I don't see him. I don't see none of the work. I don't really see nothing. Whereas you, we've been seeing you for years. This ain't just like a new thing, like I'm running for mayor and I'm out here. Previous to that, we seen you out doing things before this, so this all makes sense anyway. We know that you care and you out here and you willing to get in the mud.
And we can't forget, when he win, the Chubby Brothers is back, baby. Oh, we back! What? That's gonna be the body shape of the whole city. He gonna be everywhere. We back. You shouldn't have got your tummy tuck. Whatever. Kilo.
Oh my God, yo. Yo, this tap in, we want to thank you for coming through, man. Like I said, this is long overdue. Like Bam said, whatever you need from us.
Yeah, any messages you want to get relayed, let us know. We'll say it over the air. Or if you want to, if you got like a campaign ad that got your voice to it, send it. We'll get it to him. He'll do whatever needs to be done to get it played. So you got my vote. Like I said, I'm moving in with Bill tomorrow. Actually,
I definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Deepening Comedy. Also, let me just put this out there. April 3rd, make sure you come out. Hugo's Lounge, man. We're going to put a few things in perspective, man. We got a great show coming for y'all.
Also, there will be infused.
Yeah, it's like I think
Shorty got her own business, but until the meantime, she'll be running things from Hugo's. I forgot her name, bro. I'm so upset because she want me to shoot her stuff, and that's horrible. I don't remember her. Shout out to her, though.
Also, I want to tell y'all something, too. I got the Saturday before Mother's Day, I got a virtual show that y'all can catch. I'll be performing for people in Jamaica on the virtual show. A lady contacted me about the Black Businesses page, actually. She said, a bunch of people hit me and said about you, so I'll be doing that. I got the Reach the Bulge album dropping April 1st. We going to be in Houston. I got a show. I'm collabing with my man Kev in Houston. Once I get the details ironed all the way out for that, I'll be able to get the flyer. But, other than that, we just working. Listen, we just, we going to keep providing the content.
What's today's date?
I don't even know.
I got to get one off. I had to. What's the 23rd? You got 7 days. How many days is it in this month? 31 or 30?
Oh, yeah.
How many days in March?
31st, 31.
You got 8 days.
Make it
If I tear you up, you're 8 days, brother. Tell me, look me in my eyes. You got 8 days if I tear you up.
And on top of that, I got a monthly show that I'm doing. Obviously I do my monthly show. I'm bringing that back. That's the one where you'll be able to see me and Bam. The Hugo show is just something that they brought me in on. So I'm performing on that. That's a great joint. But as far as my monthly show, I'll be providing that with y'all on a monthly basis.
What monthly show?
It's gonna be a comedy show.
Say it. You gotta say what it is. A stand-up comedy show.
Well, it's gonna be, I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But you gotta clarify that.
I might come in there cooking. You know how Chef Shelby do, baby.
Real Sleep will be back up too, man.
Yeah. But yo, Deeper in Comedy each and every Tuesday. We see y'all next week.
Each and every Tuesday. Next week, tune in. Is going to be very special.
Turn up the bass!
You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.